So I'll try not to run on too much here. I've got two mag tubes that are empty. One of them's a Canik magazine. You can tell it with the little notch there. And the other one is an AREX 01 magazine. The tubes are basically exactly the same. I like to refer to them as like a Beretta pattern. I don't know what gun they were first introduced on, but a lot of guns share these mag tubes. So on the Polymer gun, they pretty much move up and down the same amount before they run into the ejector. On the steel frame gun, my example, you can see that it moves up substantially more, about 30 thousandths of an inch. And the steel frame gun with the Canik tube relative to the AREX tube, which is this one, when I put it in there, it runs into the ejector and it won't let it go up. So it's about 30 thousandths of an inch. I did some measuring with calipers, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you can see sort of that it doesn't go up as high into the gun. It won't let it because it runs into that ejector. On the Polymer gun, I switch back around, to kind of show, because the ejector's in a slightly different place on my guns, it does allow it to move up. It's more in between the two lips on the mag tube. So anyway, I also noticed that there's a lot more friction inside the Polymer gun. The tube doesn't move up and down as easy, and I suspect that may be why people like myself don't have as many problems with the Polymer guns, with the mag unintentionally locking things back. Here I'm taking the, extended Henning group. Anyway, here's a picture of the new Henning group mag bases for the Canik Rival steel frame. These will absolutely stop you from having over insertion or mag riding up into the gun. Any kind of issue like that, they're the same price as the other ones. I don't have one yet. Probably won't get one, but maybe you should. Kind of for the end of my demo here, I'm just going to run through a bunch of configurations that I set up with different mag tubes and my steel frame gun, and showing you that, like, hey, this plastic mag base, that's the stock one that doesn't lock the slide back, and then, here's the aluminum base pad, and on this particular mag tube, it doesn't lock the mag back, and then I got a Canik mag tube or base on an AREX mag, and it doesn't lock the mag back, the slide back. And then I got a Canik base pad on a Canik tube, and then it sticks, and it just barely does, but it does. It's enough to cause a problem. So, there's a problem. I'm showing you that it has a problem there with that. With that tube, that base pad, it causes a problem. Then here's a Henning group on a Canik mag, and then with the Rune tactical, and it locks the gun open, and you're mad. And then here's the AREX mag that I made, and I say I made them. I milled the slot for the mag catch. I took a 3/16 end mill and just put it on a Bridgeport style milling machine, just a manual mill, and I milled slots. So anyway, you can see that one works fine. You can't get the gun to stick open on that. I grab a Polymer gun and I kind of fiddle around here, and I decide, this one has a mag well on it. So maybe I'll demonstrate this with another Polymer gun that I have that doesn't have a mag well on it, and you can see that most of the mags work just fine. I can get this one to barely stick sometimes, just barely. That's the aluminum base pad from Canik, the stock one. It didn't work that time. It worked the first time, and then the third time I can kind of get it to lock up. It just barely does. So probably wouldn't do it when you're shooting it. And then the +2 pads, I can get it to lock up again, just barely. And then same thing with the other mag tube, AREX mag tube, Canik mag tube. I can kind of get it to lock up. Again, just barely, but it does do it. And then both the two with the Henning group extended bases on there, I can get it to stick. All this is on the Polymer gun without a mag well on it. But again, I've never had this problem on my Polymer guns. I have two of them. I've shot them quite a bit, and with all kinds of different kind of configurations of magazines, and I've never had that problem. I hope you enjoy the video, and you probably learned something. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you on the flip side.
There that one goes. There.
I just wanted to show kind of the springs that I've pulled out of some of these Canik mags. They're not the same. Some of them are out of the 18 round, some are out of the 20 round, but there's different coil counts on the springs, which I find strange from different batches of mags I bought. The top one there is a Rune Tactical, so it's totally different. But I mean, like several spring coils different between the same magazine. So I thought it was strange. I just thought I'd show it here in the video. Anyway.